are we, team? Hope you're all feeling ready for another one. Bear with me, team, bear with me. Very good. Yeah, so as always, we'll leave a few people join in. Load in, should I say, not join in, and then we'll get cracking. It's going to be a little bit longer than the other sessions today, maybe closer to 35 minutes. But yeah, you probably won't even feel a difference, to be honest. Just a few things that I want to try and start adding in a little bit now. So, I said, obviously aware as well that there's not going to be so many people joining us live today, but I have to do some in the daytime to suit everyone, and just to suit my schedule as well, because I've got a lot of new classes on later this evening, so that's why the times never stay the same. I need to try and keep them flexible, so hopefully if some people want to have a chance to join in live, they'll have a chance, because it won't be the same time all the time. So I hope that makes sense. Morning, Han, how are you? So for any of you who are joining along live now, I'm going to put this in the description for those who aren't. Get something you can use as a weight. Doesn't need to be heavy, it's just for the balance exercises. We're going to be moving our centre of gravity about a little bit, and we're going to make it a little bit harder today by adding a small weight. So even if you've got, hi Joe, even if you've got like a bottle of water or a bag of sugar or a tin of soup or anything like that, just grab something that's going to help with specifically one of the exercises we're going to be doing today. So as always, the first one we're going to be sitting down for. Get a little bit of an MET going. So you guys at home, grab yourself a little chair. Yeah, that's fine. Hand weights are fine, sir, no problem at all. Just going to stand by my heater to warm my toes up. A bit chilly in here today. Yeah, for all these exercises, guys, there's nothing that you can't go barefoot for, okay? So don't feel like you have to, but at the same time, if you can, I would say you probably should. It's only going to help develop the muscles in your feet and dexterity in your feet as well, for want of a better word. So yeah, get your toes out. Right, 20 more seconds and we're going to get going now. So I might keep this on for the first exercise. No need to take it off, Kurt. Don't be so keen. That's the lesson behind that. Right, 5 minutes load-in time is up. Let's get this thing started. You take a seat then, guys. So as always, I like to start with an MET. So we're going to do a leg press one today. So we're going to put our hands either on the front of our knees and push forward and down, or you can put it underneath your thigh and again just push forward and down. Basically you should feel kind of like your butt cheek and the top of your hamstring working. And again, remember it's 20% effort. We're not looking for any more effort than that. It's just 20% effort for 20 seconds, 4 times on each leg, okay? So we're going to go right leg first, into position. I put my hands in front of my knee, and in 3, 2, 1, we're going to push down. Ready? 3, 2, 1, off we go. So we're just firing up the glutes and the hamstrings. Again, making sure that pelvis is functioning as it should. Or at least giving the muscles the opportunity to wake up to help it function as it should. That's probably a better way of explaining it. Remember, arm rest, shake it off, back up, and push again. And remember, we are pushing down into my hands. I'm not trying to lift my knee up. I'm not stretching it. This is not a stretch. Push down into your hands. 20% effort. And relax. Shake it out. And back up. 3, 2, 1. Off you go. Relax, shake it out. Last one on the right leg. Up we go. And push. And relax. So we're going to go up onto our other leg now. Hey, hi Jenny, how are you? Nice to have you along. So left leg up then. Same thing again, pushing at 20%. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Morning out. And relax. Shake it out. Back up. And off we go. Number 2, push. Relax, shake it out, back up, off you go, last one, I think it's the last one. And relax. Now, I think we've done 4. If we haven't done 4, feel free to do another one while I'm packing things away. I will wait for you, don't worry. 4 on each leg is meant to be okay. I do sometimes forget, so apologies for that. I am a human, I'm not a robot. So the next exercise, we're going to be seated on the floor. So if you have got a chair, so at this point you can take it away. Okay? Now, in an ideal scenario, I'm going to want you to be kneeling, and the reason is when you're kneeling it fixes your hips in position, because obviously you can really feel it very obviously if you move when you're kneeling and sitting down onto your hips. So when I'm here, it's quite hard to get my hips to move because all my weight is bearing down on them, yeah? Now if you can't go onto your knees, the same thing is achieved by sitting with your feet straight out in front, it's just a little bit harder to stay dead upright, which is again something that I would ideally like. Do what suits you though. If you need to sit on your bum, sit on your bum. If you can kneel down, kneel down. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to do some seated T rotations, okay? So from this position, our hands come up, straight up, and then we bring one forward, one back, and we twist around, come back. Now, as I'm taking this hand back, I'm making sure this hip is pushed forward. Okay, so it's not a race. From here, I'm coming up, my right arm is going back, so I'm pushing my right hip forward, big a twist as possible. And that's one rep. And we're going to be doing 4 on each side, okay? So just have a play with it. It's one arms, we're doing this essentially, but a lot slower. Both arms up, split direction. Keep your right hip forward if your right arm's going back. And back to the middle. Okay? It's going to be 4 on each arm, so let's go together then, guys. Breathe in. And off we go. Push that right hip forward, forward. As your arm goes back, keep that right hip forward. That's 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Good, now we're going to go to the other side. So as we take our left hand back, just push your left hip forward. Ready? Here we go. Good. And then from that position, we're going to come onto our hands. This is called tabletop. Okay, guys, knees under hips, hands under shoulders. Some of you guys were saying about having bad wrists. Well, chances are your wrists are too far back, and you're making this angle too sharp. So you're bringing your hands forward so that they're underneath your shoulders, and try to bear the weight on your palms so that your fingers are nice and light. Okay? So center the weight coming down there. Right, so we're going to do some cow-cats, cat-cow, camel-cat. I've heard hundreds of names for it. Essentially what I want you to do is tuck your chin, try to meet your tailbone, push your spine away, and then do the opposite. You bring your chest down, head and tailbone up. Okay, and we're just going to go through that range of motion 7 or 8 times. Okay, nice and slow, off we go. Good, knees go out a little bit wider now. We're just going to rock back and forth a little bit. Get some movement into our hips again, guys. You remember this one now. Nice and deep if you can. And then we're going to bring our hips all the way through. And if you can, stay up on your hands, stay up on your hands. You can go down on your elbows if that's easier for you. Moving side to side just to feel that stretch in our hips. And then back into some more rocks. Okay, shake your arms out. Okay, so eyes forward at this point. What we're going to do now is a little bit of a core set. we're going to do a little circuit of core exercises. Now, if some of you have seen the video that I did regarding what we're looking for when we're doing core training, that definitely all applies to what we're about to do now, okay? So we need to squeeze the musculature, whatever movement we're on. We're doing all holds today, so squeeze it for the full hold, start to teach yourself how to breathe, try to reduce all that unwanted movement and motion. That's what core training is, that's what core stability is. That's what we're looking to improve. So we've got 4 exercises, okay? And what I would love, if you can do, is 10 seconds hold on each. Then we'll have a short break and we'll repeat them again another 2 times. Now if you can't do 10 seconds on these, no bother. Do what you can do. As always guys, it's about doing what you can do. Okay, so the first movement, eyes forward, because you might need to pick one of these different versions rather than the one I'm going to be doing. It's a side plank, okay? Our hand goes underneath our shoulders. Our feet are nice and straight and our top leg is over to help with balance, okay? Now, the idea would be, try to have a straight line from your knees to your hips to your shoulders. What I don't want is this, because we're taking away the use of the core and we're sagging through the hips, yeah? So we need to activate at the core, keep our hips up nice and high, okay? Think of yourself between 2 panes of glass, then we don't want to move front or back. I'm squeezed nice and tight through the core now, okay? And I'm holding my hips up. Now if you can't do this on your hand, you're welcome to do it on your elbow, but the cues stay the same. You've got to have a straight line. And if you can't do it on your feet, you can do it on your knees, guys. But again, the cues stay the same. Straight line. You're still going to get a good workout. We're training against that frontal plane of movement. We're looking to stabilize. Super useful for us as agility handlers, because when we're changing direction, so if we're coming into a jump here, if you're asking for that catch or that front cross, we don't want to fold. We want to be able to stay strong so that we can push off again. That's what we're training here. Stability on the frontal plane, okay? Just so some of you are aware. So that's the side plank. We're going to be doing 10 seconds on both sides. Second move is then a plank. Again, you can do it on your hands or your elbows, and you can do it on your knees or your toes. But the key is a straight line, okay? Now I don't want my bum up, and I don't want my bum down. And I don't want my shoulders down. I want a straight line. Squeeze your glutes, hands under shoulders. Try to maintain that straight line, okay? You can do it on your knees, but the cues stay the same. Squeeze that core. That's the second movement. Well, it's the third, because we do a right down the left side plank. We're doing a frontward plank, and then we're going to do a back raise hold. So we lie down on our face. Squeeze your glutes again. It keeps your hips neutral. The easiest version would be to put your hands by your side and give you some help. I want you to squeeze your lower back to lift your chest up, and we're just holding this. So the easiest version would be hands down to give you some help. The next easy version, hands on head, and then the hardest version, arms out in front. Okay? We're doing 10-second holds of each, short break, repeat 3 times. So we're going to go right side plank first. Get yourself ready, just give it a go guys, okay? Do what you can. Okay, into position then. Remember to squeeze that core, keep everything tight, remove all unwanted movement. We're away in 3, 2, 1, and off you go. So just stay nice and strong for 10 seconds if you can. And relax. Good stuff. We're going to the other side now. Get into position. 3, 2, 1. Off you go. Hips up. Nice and tight. Squeeze that core. Good stuff. And relax. Next one is the front plank. Get into position then. 3, 2, 1, and off you go. and relax. And the last movement is going to be the back raise. Into position. 3, squeeze your glutes. 3, 2, 1. Raise your chest, off you go. And relax, good. So that's one circuit done, we've got another 2 to do, okay? So we're back to the side planks on the right hand side now. We've got another 20 seconds. It's all super important for us as agility handlers, guys. We need to be stable on all planes of movement. We need to be strong through all planes of movement through that midline. Having an understanding of how to control it and then training it is vital. Okay, into position then. 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Oh. Those hips up nice and high. Squeeze the core. Learn to breathe as you squeeze in. Relax. Go to the other side. Into position. 3, 2, 1, and off we go. And relax. Okay, we're going to go to normal plank now. Ready? Into position. 3, 2, 1. Off we go. And relax. Good stuff. And the last one in the circuit is the back raise. So into position. Hands by your side, giving you some help if you need. Squeeze your glutes. 3, 2, 1. Off you go. And relax. That's circuit 2 done. Well done, guys. Good. Joe, when your question is how do you breathe through the plank, it's practice, mate. There's no simple way to explain it as such. You've got to learn to be able to squeeze through your whole core, but then still be able to move your diaphragm up and down, which is what breathing is, yeah? So I'm tight now, but I'm able to talk to you. Because I'm used to being able to stay tight while I'm talking. It's practice. No simple answer, unfortunately, mate. Okay, last round then. Right side plank. Into position. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Get those hips up nice and high. Squeeze through that core. And relax. Onto the other side, guys. Into position. 3, 2, 1. Off you go. Hips up. Squeeze everything. And relax. Front plank. 3, 2, 1. Go. And relax. And we're going to back raises then, okay? Last one. Face down. Squeeze those glutes. 3, 2, 1. Go. And relax. Good stuff, guys. Well done. Okay, we're going to do some balance work now. So now is when you can grab your light weight. So grab it. So at this point, I would say that if you're not currently barefoot, maybe now's a good time. If you're able. Obviously, don't feel like you have to. Zoe, what you don't know about Brenda is she lives in America, mate. They're 6 hours behind us. Okay, so we're going to do some balance work. That means the focus is going to be on our feet grabbing the floor underneath us. This time though, for everyone to add the difficulty, okay? Now, if you find it difficult just balancing on one leg at this point, just keep doing that, okay? I am not looking for anything more difficult if you find that difficult. Last time, if you remember, we were doing the external rotation, trying to maintain our balance as we did that. So we're going to challenge our balance in a different way. We're going to challenge the dexterity in our foot in a different way. So what we're going to look to do, I'm going to keep my left foot down. I'm going to tighten my posterior chain to make me tight. Right leg comes up. I put the weight under my leg and then around my back. And then once I've done one, I take it back the other way. And then we go down. Now that's working your hip flexors as well. It's challenging your balance. It's challenging your feet. Okay, so what we're going to be doing, we're going to do one in each direction. Swap legs, do one in each direction. And we're going to do that 4 times in total, alright? So 4 reps on each leg. Okay, so let's get ready. Nice and slow, I don't want rushing. Chances are if you rush, you're going to be more likely to lose your balance anyway. Really think about it. Really try to control all the muscles and stay nice and tight, okay? So left foot stays down first, grab the floor, tighten your posterior chain, that's your quad, your hamstring, glute, nice and tight through the core. Right leg comes up, rep number 1, off you go. That's 1 rep with me on my left foot down. I'm going to give a couple of seconds for everyone to join in. Right foot down now, grab the floor, left leg up. Off you go. Down. Go back to the left leg down now. And if any of you are like, oh my god, I keep losing my balance, that's fine. Part of the exercise is trying to regain your balance as well. I'm not perfect. I definitely go off center a few times and have to catch it. That's part of the exercise, okay? So we're going to go rep number 2 on our left leg now. Left leg down. Fire up that posterior chain, right leg up and off you go. Right leg down, swap sides. Good, we're going to go for rep 3 on the left leg in your own time, guys. I'm not rushing you, okay? I want you to take your time. last reps now on the other, back to the right. Okay? Here we go. And relax. Once you've done that, if you're in your own time, I'm going to give you a few seconds to catch up. Give me 40 more seconds, guys, alright? I'm just going to set the timer on my phone for the next thing you're about to do. If you guys are waiting, feel free to do another rep each side. It's certainly not going to harm you. Alright? Ten more seconds then, guys. Well done. Okay, and wherever you're at now, you can stop. We're going to move on to the next thing. So as it's a Friday, part of what we're going to do is a little bit of aerobic conditioning work. It's not going to be too extreme, don't worry, and there's going to be plenty of versions for everyone. But it's Friday, I'd like to get our heart rates up a little bit. As you all know, this is prep for further training or for competition. And when we go into further training and competition, we're going to be getting our heart rates up. So this is valid prep as far as I'm concerned. If you don't want to do this bit, don't feel obliged to. It's going to last about 6 minutes and we're going to be done. Okay? So we've got 4 movements. The first movement is called the skater. Okay? Now, eyes forward, these are where I'm going to show you all the different movements and all the different progressions. As always, guys, the focus has to be on you doing this safely. So pick a version you know you can do safely. Okay? There's no point in picking a super hard version, especially on the conditioning part, because we're not going to be having enough time to really focus on technique. So pick a version you know you can do, stick with that. Okay? Some of these we're going to be coming off the floor a little bit. So if you know that you're not super stable, make sure you're picking the version that is not coming off the floor. It will always be something you can do. Okay, hardest version of a skater then. We go from one side, we're across to the other, our foot passes behind, and we're there. Okay? That's a skater. One more time. It's a lateral movement, it's getting us strong on that frontal plane. We're bound into one side. I can't do it slowly, you're going to have to watch as I'm doing it quickly. The back leg crosses behind, I'm getting nice and low, and then I'm pushing back. We're trying to link the movement. Okay? So that's the hardest movement, that's the hardest version of a skater. The next version that you could perhaps pick is the same leap, but I'm not crossing behind. My foot is just coming next to it. Yeah? Okay? So maybe that's for you. There's no bending over in that version either. And then the easiest version, which is still going to be hard if you just get the tempo up, you're still working this plane, we're just sidestepping, yeah? So I'm not off the floor at any point. Feet are on the floor. But you know, you can go quite quick on these. It's all about working those different planes however safely you can. So that's the skater. Pick your version. The second movement we're doing is a step back. So those that are able to, you can get it so your knee nearly touches the floor. Okay? The other versions of this are basically reduce the movement to what suits you. So you can just step back halfway, or you can literally just be stepping back. And once again, each version is going to be just as hard because you're going to get as much aerobic conditioning from it as you are able to. Pick the version that's safest for you, do that. Okay? The next move then is an A-skip. Now this is a running drill, but I find it's quite good for coordination and it's good for teaching good posture. So the contact with my feet is one foot, then both feet. Opposite foot, both feet. So I go right foot, both feet. Left foot, both feet. Right foot, both feet. Left foot, both feet. So watch. Left, both. Right, both. Left, both. Right, both. Okay? So this is a challenge for coordination for sure. And trust me, you might think it looks easy. It's not, especially when you start trying to bring your arms into play, which is what I want you to try to do. It's all about learning new skills, guys, okay? Now, for those of you who don't think you can do that, we're just going to jog on the spot. Feet barely coming off the floor, yeah? We're just working our calves, getting a little bit of a jog on the spot. But if you can do a mini A-skip, right both, left both, right both, left both. Do what you can do, guys. That's what it's all about. The last movement then is a knee crossover. So from this position, I'm crossing my knee over. Okay? That's a knee crossover. And if you don't feel like you can go all the way, just go across a little bit. Yeah? Cross your knee over a little bit. Everyone should be able to do a version of that, even if it's just knee up a little bit and crossing over. Do the version that suits you. Let's work hard and we'll go through it together. Okay? So we're going to be doing 20 seconds of work, then it's going to be 20 seconds of rest, then we're going to move on to the next station. We're going to complete all 4. We're going to have a little bit of a longer rest, and we're going to repeat another time. Okay? Okay, so the first one is going to be skaters. We're starting in 10 seconds. Do the version you can do, guys. Just work as hard as you feel capable of working. 3. Let's go. Halfway. Keep working. Side to side. And relax. Good. So we're doing step backs now. Again, go your own range, guys. Whatever range suits you, go that range. Go a pace you feel comfortable with. Push yourself a little bit, okay? Ready? 3. Let's go.
Halfway there.
Make sure you go in a suitable range for you. Try to keep that core nice and tight.
Yes.
And relax. The next station is going to be the A-skips. Left foot, both feet. Right foot, both feet. Hannah, these are going to be important for you later on. I think you've got these in your session after. Okay, we're going in 3. Let's go. Try and get that foot contact underneath your hips, guys.
Halfway there.
Keep your toes up. Nice and tight through that core. Try not to sway. And relax. Good, well done. And we're going to do the knee crossovers now to finish, okay? Well done. Okay, let's go.
Halfway there.
Keep working, guys, well done. And relax, good. Okay, straight back into it then. We've got skaters coming up next. We're going through one more time and then we're done. Good work. Well done. Again, pick your own range. Off you go. Pick your own movement. Do the one you can safely do. Work hard.
Halfway there.
step backs now, yeah? Ready? Let's go.
Let's go.
Again, go in your own range. You don't need to go all the way down, you need to be in control. So ask yourself, am I in control? If you're not,
Halfway there.
reduce the range. And relax. Back to A skips then. We're challenging that coordination now we're in fatigue. How's that useful for agility? Towards the end of a course, you need to have that spatial awareness and coordination still, don't you? So we're practicing it in a fatigued state now. Let's go.
Let's go.
Get those knees up if you can.
Halfway there.
Alright, relax. Just got the knee crossovers to finish, guys. Good stuff. Last one. Well done. Get that heart rate going a bit this morning. Ready? Let's go.
Let's go.
Get that knee up and across.
Halfway there.
And relax. Well done, guys. Good stuff. Just gonna stop the clock. So how was that? First bit of conditioning type stuff there. Should have got the heart rate up. Should be feeling good now. Just achieved something. Another session in the bank, guys. That's what it's all about, isn't it? So let's focus on our breathing now. Let's all breathe in. And breathe out, nice and slow. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Yeah, so it'd be hard. You know, these sessions are looking to get people to a point that they can do proper training. We need to add a bit of conditioning in towards the end, and you know, that was hard. I found it a little bit difficult just because it's all about going what pace you can do as well, isn't it? So don't worry about being tired. Focus on the good, see the positives in it. You've pushed yourself, you've come through that one now. That's one in the bank, that's going to add to the confidence. We just keep moving forward now, that's what it's about. Okay, so on the spot, we're just going to do a little cool down. Don't need to do too much. Let's get our breathing rate back down now. So arms, let's go round. And again, just try and concentrate on your breathing rate, bring it down. Good, and up and down. Okay, we're going to finish off with those Jefferson curls again. From the head, roll your way down, nice and heavy on the hamstrings and lower back. Just stretch it out a little bit. Ready? Off you go. And roll your way up. Good stuff. We're going to do one more. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, fold forward. And roll up nice and slow. Good, and I'm just going to show you a quick calf stretch to finish, okay? Onto our hands, and then from our feet we're going to walk them in, and then just try to paddle your heels to the floor. Good. And if you feel any tightness in your calves today, just do a little bit more of that. That'll help ease them off a bit, okay? As I said, guys, you know, we've got to prep ourselves, and the only way to prep ourselves is to do the exercises that we're prepping ourselves for, albeit at a lower intensity and a lower volume. That's exactly what we've done today there now. So it's another good session. Let me just turn the music down. I feel like I'm shouting a bit. So that's another good session. I feel like we've got a lot from it again. A couple of new exercises that you got to try. So that's all good as well. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If there's any questions, as always, stick them in the comments. I'll get to them when I can. For those of you who've joined in live, I appreciate the company. You know I always do. Weekend off now, guys, so make sure you enjoy yourself. Get out there. Yeah, just try and get outside. Do a bit of walking. That's what I enjoy anyway. Do whatever you enjoy. Have a bit of me time. And I will post the schedule for next week on Sunday. And then I guess I'll see you in the next session. Enjoy the rest of your day and the weekend. See you later, guys.